Dvitiya Tithi. This is the second Tithi. And this is lauded by Devi Bhagamalini. Why I have taken the form of the Devi? When you will read Muhurt Chintamani, when you will read other Purans, Agni Puran, you will find that the Devata is representing a Tithi. But over here, I am presenting you in the form of female. Can anybody say why I have taken the form of a female? Why I have not considered the Devata in a male form? Everyone is
No,
silent.
sir, no idea.
Okay. I have taken the form of the Devi because Tithi is a Jala Tattva and Jala is a female. Hence, if you understand the female form of Devi, you will understand the Tithi very accurately. This Dvitiya Tithi is lauded by Devi Bhagamalini. Bhagamalini means the Devi which is garlanded with flowers. The Devi which is having a flower in her neck. And when we wear a flower in the neck, we wear a flower in the neck only when we are victorious, when we have good name and fame. Then you will see that the people are offering you garland on around your neck. So what happens whenever a person who is born in a Dvitiya Tithi, they always have the capability of being victorious in whatever work, whatever tasks they are doing. And by being victorious, what happens? They get name and fame. So the first criteria is they become victorious. And the second criteria is that, second attributes or traits is that they have good name and fame. Why good name and fame? Because Pratipad Tithi indicates starting, creating, and Dvitiya Tithi takes the torch from the Pratipad and it starts increasing, spreading and growing. So what grows? Your name fame grows, your prestige grows, your creativity grows, your fragrance grows, your smell grows, the smell of the flowers grows. So the third quality is the creativity. But there is one flip side also. These persons are always thinking about their victory. And if they don't get the victory, then it's becoming very troublesome. They get depressed very easily. But before getting depressed very easily, they don't accept their defeat very easily. So these Tithi people should understand how to understand defeat also. This is a very important thing which they should understand. If you see over the diagram of the Krishna Paksh, little bit, moon is taking over, the darkness is taking over the brighter part. And the Sukla Paksh, you will see that the brighter part has increased and it is taking over the darker side. In the Krishna Paksh, the darkness is taking over the brighter side. And in the Sukla Paksh, the brightness is taking over the darker side. Whereas in the Pratipad, it has just started. So a person in the Dvitiya Tithi will always be of enterprising nature. He will always wants to take forward all the business or whatever enterprise they are doing. They will always be having a very good zeal and enthusiasm. With respect to Dvitiya Tithi, I have got a very important and a good story from the Puranas. And this is the story with respect to Seth Chayavan. There was a Rishi Chayavan who was becoming young with the help of Ashwini Kumars, and Sukanya recognizing her young husband by the grace of Bhagavati Jagdamba. This is the picture which I'm trying to show you. And over here, these are the Ashwini Kumars and the husband, and this is Sukanya. This is Sukanya. Sukanya was the daughter of a king. But because of her wrongdoings to the Rishi Chayavan, whose body was made up of termites, ants, was suffering from old age, and he was blind. Sukanya, because of her wrongdoings, was married to Rishi Chayavan. Sukanya used to take care of the Rishi on a daily basis and followed the routine. One day, she was taking a bath in a river beside her home in the early morning, that is in the Brahma Muhurt, and there Ashwini Kumars was passing by. I have already narrated about the Ashwini Kumars in the Pratipad Tithi. They were born by the love going on between the Surya and Sangya in the form of horses. Ashwini Kumars was passing by. Seeing her beauty, the Ashwini Kumars offered Sukanya that you are a very beautiful girl. Why you are staying with a husband who is very old, who is very dirty, whose body is made up of termites and ants, and who's blind also? Why don't you marry me? Marry me means marry either of the Ashwini Kumars. Because I have told you, Ashwini Kumars always think that there is someone or something which will fill up their space. So Ashwini Kumars wanted to marry Sukanya because of her beauty. Sukanya refused. She said that I'm a chaste woman. I'm a very pure woman. I cannot go against the wishes of my husband. And for me, husband is the one and the almost Devata which I pray. Even though he's old, even though he's blind, I will pray and I will do the duty for my husband forever. But instantly, Sukanya said to the Ashwini Kumar that if you are happy on me, then why don't you grant me a boon? Why don't you grant me a blessing? Ashwini Kumar asked them, what blessing you want? Sukanya said, kindly give youth to my husband. Kindly make my husband young. See, Ashwini Kumar is having the power to make anyone young. Because they are the physicians of the Devatas. He knows how to cure and how to make a person young also because of the youthfulness. Upon listening this, Ashwini Kumar said, okay, I will be giving the blessing, but you have to promise me one thing, that after your husband is transformed into a beautiful man like me, like the Ashwini Kumars, then you have to select your husband from amongst us. And the person you will be selecting your husband from amongst the 3%, that is Ashwini Kumars and the Rishi, that person will be your husband. And the point over here was that Ashwini Kumar wanted to tell that the Rishi will look same as Ashwini Kumars. They will be young and their face will be same looking as Ashwini Kumars. Sukanya was happy. She immediately went to Rishi Chayavan to discuss that whether she should accept this. Rishi Chayavan said, yes, you should accept this proposal. And Ashwini Kumars took Rishi Chayavan inside the river. And there he transformed him into a youth, which was similar looking like the Ashwini Kumars. And this you will find in this photo. There are 3%, 2 are Ashwini Kumars, and 1 is Rishi Chayavan. After coming out from the river, Sukanya was said to recognize her husband. It was very difficult task for Sukanya to recognize her husband, because if she had selected any of the person, and if by chance it was Ashwini Kumar's, then he had to get married with that person. At that moment of time, Sukanya meditated on the Devi. She meditated on Devi Bhagavati, and Devi Bhagavati gave her the intuition that look at the eyes. Out of the 3 persons, 1 person eyes was continuously blinking like that of a human, and other 2 persons eyes was not blinking. The 2 persons were standing front, and the last person was standing a little bit at a lower height, and he was in the back. Immediately she understood the illusion, and she recognized that the last person was his husband, and he put the garland in his neck. Unfortunately, the last person was Rishi Chayavan. Rishi Chayavan became very happy, and being indebted, he asked Ashwini Kumaras that kindly bless us and kindly say me what he can do for his favor. Ashwini Kumaras then told that I am not a part of any partakers in the yajna. I am not called for any offerings in the yajna. Please help me so that everyone should give me offerings in the yajna. Rishi Chhayavan immediately arranged a yajna and he called all the devatas for the offering. And the moment he was offered, and the moment Rishi Chhayavan offered food offerings to Ashwini Kumars, Indra became angry and he took out his Vajra against the Ashwini Kumaras. Rishi Chhayavan got angry. The power of the Rishis was more than the Devatas. He immediately freezed the hands of Indra. And after a lot of discussion with the Sapta Rishis, Indra hand was unfreezed and Ashwini Kumaras was given the power so that the people can offer him offerings or oblations in the yajna. It was a very good story. And from this good story, I'll be telling you about the basic traits of the person who was born in Dvitiya Tithi. First, bodily appearance or outer appearance. The person who are born in Dvitiya Tithi will always be looking after his body appearance, that how beautiful he is looking, how well dressed he is. And see, in this story, the entire story was revolving around marrying with Sukanya. And see the appearance, all three were looking alike. All three were looking like Ashwini Kumaras. Hence, the people who are born in Dvitiya is having too much of attachment with their body, with their face, with the dressing they are doing. Are you understanding?
Yes, sir.
Number two.
Yes, sir.
Ashwini Kumaras are involved. And what does Ashwini Kumaras and how did Ashwini Kumaras was involved in this story? They provided youth. They provided youthfulness to the Rishi. They restored the disease. So the person who are born in Dvitiya Tithi will have the capability of restore anything which is malign, anything which is dirty to a good thing. And ultimately, this person will always remain young till their death. You will be seeing many persons who are young, even when they are at their old age. This is because of the impact of the Dvitiya Tithi and the Ashwini Kumaras. Second, the third thing is that you should always be able to differentiate between truth and illusion. Because there may be a chances that you may get confused with your own imagination vis-a-vis the intuition you have. What was the truth? The truth was that one of the rishis was her husband. What was the illusion? See, all the three persons were looking same. This was the illusion. And what was the problem? Expectation, your own imagination. She thought that any one of the three is their husband. So what she did, she started meditating upon Devi Bhagavati. And then Devi Bhagavati gave her the intuition that, okay, look at the eyes, look at the steps. So these persons may have a problem in understanding what the truth is and what the illusion of the Maya is. What is the imagination? And they may miss the intuition also. Fourth, they are very good in speaking. They are having very good speaking skills. No one can win over the debate. See how beautifully Sukanya convinced the Ashwini Kumaras that if she is happy, if the Ashwini Kumaras was happy on Sukanya, then why don't they give them a blessing, a boon of making her husband young? And Ashwini Kumaras fell into the trap. So a person who is born in Dvitiya Tithi will have a very good speaking skills and no one can win over them when they're speaking or debating. One more thing, even for the Pratipad and the which is applicable to the Pratipad Tithi also, the person will get recognition, name and fame. later part of the life. What recognition was that? Two recognition. The Rishi, who was of old age and blind, became young at when? Later part of the life. Second, Ashwini Kumaras was not given offerings in the yagya, and this also happened by the intervention of the Rishi, and from then Ashwini Kumaras were also given offerings in the yagya. That also happened the later part of the life. So you should understand that there is a right time to blossom. There's a right time to get success. Just wait for the destiny and do your karma, as we mentioned in the Bhagavad Gita. Because if you want to get success very fast, then you will be destroying the life. If you see a tree of mango, if you see a mango tree, the mango will get ripe at the right season only. And if you think that today only the flowers will bear the fruit and the fruit will get ripe and you will eat the food, what will happen? You will get no result. You will have to wait for it and you will only get disturbed. So the person born in Dvitiya Tithi always want their success to come very fast. But this is not the case. You should wait for the success to come at the right time. Success should always come at the right time. And last, one time you have to fall. And then only your success will go up. Your career will go up. But first, you have to fall down. A situation will come in your life when you will fall down completely. But due to the intervention of Ashwini Kumars, you will get up. See, Rishi Chaiwan was very old. His entire body was made of termites and ants. But when Ashwini Kumaras came, he had a rise. He was recognized by the Devtas also. He became so powerful that he frees the hand of Indra. And this was the power of the Rishi. So these all are traits for the Dvitiya Tithi. And I would like to suggest a remedy